And a lady who's another champion, a champion in business, is going to join us now. She's a strategic business leader when it comes to capacity and character, and she is the global CEO of ACCA, which is the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. We're absolutely thrilled. She is with us today, so please, a very warm welcome for Helen Brand.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and it's a real honour to be with you here today. I'd like to thank Nutshell and Martin Dow for giving me the kind invitation. I am a little bit worried that I don't have gold shoes, but I should do my best to excite you around strategic business leadership from the accounting and finance profession perspective. Now, as Chief Executive of the world's leading global accountancy body, thinking ahead and about the future is core to my role, as you'd expect. How ACCA can equip its 208,000 members and 503,000 students for the working world of tomorrow drives our strategy and indeed everything that we do. And because our community of current and future finance professionals live and work in 179 countries across all types of enterprise and in a myriad of roles, our thinking needs to be both global and multi-sector. Preparing those that choose ACCA so that they can compete and put on those gold shoes and excel in a changing environment has never been more demanding. But it's a challenge to which we believe we are equal. At ACCA, imagining the unimaginable is very much part of our DNA as a professional accountancy body. From the very beginning of our existence, which was in 1904, we've embraced innovation. We were the first body to admit a woman member in 1909. We were the first professional accountancy body to base our exams on international accounting standards, the first to introduce computer-based exams, and the first to embed integrated reporting into our qualification. So innovation is one of our core values, and we're constantly seeking out ways to deliver better and more relevant products and services to the market. Because relevance and utility in the marketplace are what those who choose ACCA qualifications expect. Students who embark on a journey towards ACCA membership do so because of the brand promise we make to them, the promise of employability, and for those professional aspirations that encompasses leading and shaping organisations and solving complex problems in new ways. Delivering this employability promise is driven by increasingly fast-moving and complex factors, and these factors are dictating the changing world of work as a whole, and I want to highlight 4 of them today. Firstly, and this is no surprise to you, technology is changing the daily lives of business and the professions in a profound way. Digital innovation is transforming the way businesses operate. It is opening fresh channels to market, creating new ways to connect with customers, and enabling opportunities for accessing, processing, and interpreting data. For finance functions too, it presents a significant opportunity. Technology can improve the way we conduct traditional activities, such as financial reporting, as well as helping CFOs and their teams provide more powerful support to operational business units. As robotics process automation, machine learning that can handle high-volume, repeatable tasks is adopted, traditional entry-level roles are being replaced, but with more strategic and analytical ones. Equally importantly, customers, of course, are increasingly online, and as a result, competition is global and it is multifaceted. Secondly, demographics are rebalancing future prospects. From the demands of millennials to an older generation, this is living and working longer. So this means that we have the most multi-generational workforce at any time in our history. Thirdly, sustainability. We're seeing increasing demand for businesses to consider the broad range of resources or capitals that they need to use to create value, for them to manage their dependencies and the impacts on the environment and society. Delivering these outcomes is being guided internationally, of course, by the UN Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, a framework for all governments to work towards a greater degree of sustainability in the 2030s. And while the SDGs might have been agreed by governments and for governments to achieve, they explicitly call for the private sector to actually make them happen. And of course, this isn't just about businesses thinking about the world around them, it's also an important consideration in any assessment of current and future corporate performance. There is a growing realization that the assessment of corporate performance relies on information about financial, social, environmental and governance strategies, results and outcomes. Lastly, the global economy is shifting. While there is what the International Federation of Accountants, IFAC, describes as an intensifying economic interconnectedness, there is also a converse trend against globalization and regionalization. So while we see the mobility of capital, goods, services and talent around the world, we are also seeing rising nationalism, populism and new trade barriers. All of this together shows the rising complexity, volatility and ambiguity that business and the professions need to deal with. And what we at ACCA have drawn from this is that technical prowess alone won't be enough to meet what the world will need from our members in the future. We do need to create strategic leaders with the capacity to refresh and renew their skills and capabilities in a world of accelerating change. In this world, all professional accountants, indeed all professionals, will be expected to look beyond numbers and to possess a variety of skills. For example, the demand for more sustainable business means that finance professionals will need to meet more frequent requests for holistic and forward-looking information, and may also face the demand for more frequent ad hoc reporting from stakeholders as the barriers are eroded between financial and non-financial information. At ACCA, we have identified and classified these into 7 distinct groups of skills and capabilities that we call the professional quotients or the Magnificent 7. And the 7 quotients are made up of this. Of course, technical and ethical competence, core technical skills performed to a defined standard while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, independence, and skepticism. Intelligence, the ability to acquire and use knowledge for reasoning and problem solving. Creativity, the awareness and application of existing and emerging digital technologies, capabilities, practices, and strategies. Vision, the ability to anticipate future trends, accurately extrapolating existing trends and figures, and filling in the gaps by thinking innovatively. Digital expertise, and emotional intelligence coupled with that digital expertise, the ability to identify one's own emotions and those of others, and harness, apply, and regulate them. And finally, experience, which we've defined as the ability and skills to understand expectations, meet desired outcomes, and create value. So essentially, the professional accountant of the future will need an optimal and changing combination of technical knowledge, skills, experience, and abilities, combined with highly tuned interpersonal behaviours and qualities. So it's not just about knowing the technical areas of accountancy, it's being an ethically, emotionally aware, strategic professional. These are the attributes that will allow finance professionals around the world to truly engage with the challenges of the today and to shape the future. You may be wondering how we go about developing and assessing such a wide set of attributes. So last year, we introduced Strategic Professional, a radical reshaping of the latter stages of the qualification designed specifically to meet these demands. These include a unique exam, Strategic Business Leader, which asks students to take a broad, holistic and strategic approach. Strategic Business Leader is an integrated case study based on a realistic business scenario of the sort that our next generation of members will face, combining core areas from across the syllabus, including governance, risk and strategy, so recognising that these areas are never separated in real business life. Crucially, it links with other core leadership areas such as organisational control, innovation and change management, and also makes use of new technology and data analytics. Strategic Business Leader features real-world challenges, helping students demonstrate their skills and technical expertise. It reflects work situations where decisions need to be made, measured and communicated to the wider organisation, giving students and members the confidence to add value to business and feel comfortable in advising senior management on key business decisions. It's also designed to develop and test the strategic leadership skills that are increasingly important in the careers of professionals. And because it is a radical and innovative approach, we spent the last 2 years working closely and collaboratively with our learning providers around the world and here in Pakistan, so they can confidently prepare students for success. Now earlier, and as you'd expect, I mentioned the importance of ethics and professionalism. To recognise this, we also introduced a new expanded ethics and professional skills module in October 17, designed to keep ethics at the very core of qualification. It's unique on its focus in developing the complete range of professional quotients that I outlined before, and that we know employers value so much. And this week, we've also announced that we'll be upgrading the digital knowledge and skills, particularly in relation to data analytics that we assess in the module to make it even more relevant. These skills and capabilities are so needed because of the rising expectations of our members and all professional accountants. It's also a world of increasingly broad opportunities facilitated by international collaboration, not least China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. And with 24 offices along the Belt and Road footprint, including Pakistan, ACCA's operations and work are very much aligned to this key infrastructure development. Also, because we were the first professional body to begin operations in mainland China over 30 years ago, we have a deep and enduring partnership pattern across the region. ACCA is therefore ideally placed to help businesses along the route to maximise the genuinely huge opportunities offered by Belt and Road. To help our members realise this potential for their organisations, we have produced a dedicated stream of research and insights on BRI, including specific reports on the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which give insight and guidance on planning for access to talent, training professionals with a global mindset, and the right blend of skills needed to act as strategic business leaders and trusted advisors to both private and public organisations. It's to provide members and future members of the profession with the ability to seize these and other opportunities that we have innovated so radically. Only by thinking ahead can we ensure they remain relevant and in demand in a fast evolving world. What we aim to do is to equip professional accountants with the concrete capabilities and attributes demanded by employers, but also an appreciation and commitment to lifelong learning. That means being and staying curious, questioning, and open to new ideas and possibilities. Having seen what our members have accomplished to date, I can't wait to see what the next generation of strategic business leaders will accomplish, not least here in Pakistan. Thank you for listening.
Helen, thank you so much. And if I might invite now to the stage, please, Ali Akai from Martin Dow and Mujib Zahur. So again, a big thanks to you, Helen. Thank you so much for that very inspiring speech. But stay with us, we're going to get a group picture. And to James Michael Lafferty, the man with the gold shoes. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. And now we'll have a group picture. James Michael, share the glory. Come back.